So the first thing we need to think about is our setup. So your feet should be facing forward, knees are tracking your toes, and your hips are in alignment. Then you're going to bring that pelvis so that little gap remains under your back. Scoop up that pelvic floor, pull your ribs down towards your hips. Take that belt to notch 5, so you've really engaged through that core. Then just let your upper body relax on the floor. So just feel your arms feel really heavy, just let the floor support them. Don't feel like you're having to hold them in place. Shoulders just resting, shoulder blades just relaxed on the floor. So there's no tension in that upper body at all. Then from here you're going to lift one leg to tabletop. So this is option 1 for anyone that's new to Pilates. So tabletop, your knee is over your hip, shin is parallel with the ceiling. Then you're going to exhale, move that leg back to the floor. Inhale there. Then exhale, bring that leg back to tabletop. And we're going to do 6 on each side, like that. So that's option 1 for anyone that is new. You can get going with that. Option 2, we're going to bring both legs to tabletop. Knees come to over your hips, shins are parallel with the ceiling. Then from here you're going to take that leg out, bring it back in and tap and up. Out, bring it back in and tap and up. So here we go, you're going to do 6 of those too. So people doing option 1, you'll get more of a rest so that you've got more recovery time because you're new. Keep thinking belly button to spine, keep that core engaged. Remember, no tension in that upper body. Really focus on that today. Let your shoulders relax, arms feel nice and heavy, supported by the ground. Keep thinking belly button to spine, really pull that core in. Remember, don't let that back arch or belly dome. I'm going to do 2 more on each leg. This is a really nice little core exercise, just to strengthen up through those core muscles. And final 1 to each side. And then bring one leg down and the other leg down and give yourself a full body stretch. Then bringing those legs back in. Taking your fingers and placing them on your hips so you've got an idea of where your hips are going. So we want them to try and stay still. Then take your feet so they're a little bit further away from your bum than normal. You're going to really engage that core again, scoop up that pelvic floor, keep everything nice and strong. And then you're just going to let that left leg move out to the side. So your foot can roll out to the side, but your hip must stay still. So don't let your hip roll with your leg. Hips stay on the ground, pelvis is staying still, and you're just rolling your leg out to the side. And the other side. So this is working deep into those core muscles. I'm going to do 6 more to each side. So it's just a little movement. Thinking pelvic floor engaged, core is on and strong. Try and keep that pelvis really still, focus on core control. And 3 more to each side. And 2. And final 1. Okay, then you're going to bring one leg into your chest. Bring your head, neck and shoulders off the floor and just check in with that little lower gap under your lower back. Make sure it's still there and you've not pushed your back into the mat. Then you're going to take your other leg out long. Now the lower you go, the harder it is. So if you need to bring it up higher in the air, then from here we're just going to switch legs. You're just going to pull that leg in for a little stretch into that glute as well. And we're just going to stretch and stretch and stretch, and stretch. Think about your leg going out in a straight line, so make sure it's not going off to some weird angle. Keep thinking belly button to spine, and as you bring your knee in, just hug it a little bit closer so you get a nice little stretch, just opening up through those hips. I'm going to do 3 more. 2, and final 1. And then hugging those knees in and just holding it there and taking that lower back stretch. Breathing into that stretch.